Right now, while you're watching this video, an artificial intelligence system somewhere in the world just completed a task that used to require an entire team of humans. It wrote a legal brief in 4 seconds. It diagnosed a medical scan with higher accuracy than a board-certified radiologist. It processed 1,000 customer service tickets in under 60 seconds without a single break, complaint, or request for a raise. And the person whose job it just replaced has absolutely no idea it happened yet. This isn't science fiction. This is the reality of 2026, and the battle between human workers and AI systems has officially moved from boardroom speculation to payroll decisions. Every single industry, from finance to healthcare to marketing to law, is now a battlefield where human capabilities are being measured against machine performance in real time. The numbers are staggering, the implications are massive, and whether you're a CEO running a Fortune 500 company or an entry-level employee just starting your career, what happens next will reshape your professional life in ways most people aren't prepared for. And the window to prepare is closing faster than anyone expected. Let's start with what the data actually shows. According to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, approximately 92 million existing jobs will be displaced by AI and automation by 2030. But here's the part most headlines leave out. That same report projects 170 million new roles will be created during the same period, resulting in a net gain of roughly 78 million jobs. So the story isn't simply about destruction. It's about the largest job transformation in human history happening at a pace we've never seen before. And the productivity numbers back this up. Industries most exposed to AI saw productivity growth nearly quadruple, jumping from 7% to 27% between 2018 and 2024. Meanwhile, industries least exposed to AI actually saw their productivity decline. The gap between AI-powered companies and everyone else is widening every single quarter. A recent MIT study using a simulation tool called the Iceberg Index found that AI can already replace 11.7% of the United States labor force. That's not a future projection. That's right now, today, with current technology. The researchers mapped over 32,000 skills across 923 occupations and found that roughly $1.2 trillion in wages are exposed to AI automation. And the visible layoffs in tech represent only the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, routine functions in human resources, logistics, finance, and office administration are quietly being absorbed by intelligent systems. So who's losing this battle? The data points to a clear pattern. Administrative support roles are being hit hardest. Medical transcription is already 99% automated. Paralegals face an 80% risk of automation by the end of this year. Content writing positions in digital marketing are projected to decline by 50% by 2030. And in a survey by resume.org, 37% of companies expect to have replaced human roles with AI by the end of 2026. Nearly 30% said they've already done it. But here's where the battle gets interesting, because AI isn't just replacing the jobs you'd expect. It's coming for roles that most people assumed were safe. Companies like Klarna announced that their AI handles work previously done by 700 customer service employees. Chinese marketing agency Blue Focus ended contracts with its human content writers and designers entirely, pivoting to generative AI just days after securing access to advanced language models. Google kicked off its restructuring with multiple rounds of layoffs explicitly tied to AI efficiency gains. And this trend isn't limited to a handful of startups or tech companies. A PwC survey found that 79% of companies are now leveraging agentic AI. Systems that don't just assist workers, but autonomously complete multi-step tasks, make decisions, and execute entire workflows without any human involvement whatsoever. The venture capital world sees this acceleration clearly. Investors at firms like Battery Ventures, Sapphire, and Hustle Fund have publicly stated that 2026 is the year AI moves from making humans more productive to automating work itself. One venture investor specifically called this the year of AI agents, where software expands from boosting human efficiency to delivering on the human labor displacement value proposition. Several predicted that companies looking to increase AI spending will pull funding directly from their labor and hiring budgets. In other words, the money that used to pay your salary may now be paying for the AI system that does your job. Now, before you update your resume to professional worrier, let's talk about the other side of this battle. Because humans have weapons in this fight that AI simply cannot match. A Harvard Business School study surveyed over 2,300 people about 940 different occupations and found something remarkable. While the public supports automating roughly 30% of all jobs based on current AI capabilities, there is a hard ceiling of resistance. 94% of people favor using AI to augment human work, not replace it. And certain professions, clergy, childcare workers, teachers, surgeons, are viewed as fundamentally off-limits to full automation, regardless of how advanced the technology becomes. The researchers found that people care deeply about how something is made, not just that it was made cheaper. There are entire market sectors where removing the human element doesn't just reduce costs, it destroys the product's value. A therapy session conducted by AI isn't therapy. A sermon delivered by a chatbot isn't spiritual guidance. A handcrafted piece of furniture built by a machine isn't handcrafted. Human presence in many domains is the product. And the job market itself is reflecting this divide. 40% of young university graduates are now deliberately choosing careers in plumbing, electrical work, and construction, fields that cannot be automated. Over half of working professionals now view skilled trades as less vulnerable to AI disruption than traditional white-collar office positions. Skilled trades remain in such high demand that 94% of construction companies report difficulty finding workers. The irony of the AI revolution is that it's making blue-collar work more valuable than ever, while putting white-collar knowledge workers under unprecedented pressure. The college degree that was supposed to guarantee a stable career is now the very credential most at risk of obsolescence. Here's where the real strategic insight lives. The World Economic Forum found that by 2030, 66% of all tasks will still require human skills or a human-technology combination. The future isn't humans versus AI, it's humans with AI versus humans without AI. And that distinction changes everything. Workers with specialized AI skills now earn salaries up to 56% higher than peers in identical roles who lack those skills. That's not a minor advantage. That's the difference between a comfortable career and falling behind permanently. The most in-demand professionals aren't those who can do what AI does. They're the ones who can direct AI, evaluate its output, spot its errors, and apply human judgment where the technology falls short. One researcher described this as the rise of the chief question officer, someone whose primary value is knowing what to ask, why it matters, and how to evaluate whether the AI actually succeeded. In this new economy, asking the right question is worth more than executing 1,000 answers. But this transition has a dark underbelly. An estimated 120 million workers globally are at medium-term risk of redundancy because they're unlikely to receive the reskilling they need. Gartner predicts that 80% of the engineering workforce alone will need to upskill through 2027 just to keep pace. And perhaps most alarming, Gartner's strategic predictions warn that the atrophy of critical thinking skills due to over-reliance on generative AI will push 50% of organizations to require AI-free skills assessments by 2026. We're simultaneously becoming more dependent on AI and less capable of functioning without it. The entry-level job market is getting hit especially hard. Companies are already eliminating starter positions because AI can handle the work these roles were designed for: data entry, basic research, scheduling, report generation, and initial customer interactions. Workers aged 18 to 24 are more than twice as likely to fear AI-driven displacement compared to older workers, and for good reason. The traditional career ladder is losing its bottom rungs. JP Morgan's analysis suggests AI could eliminate half of entry-level white-collar positions within 5 years. For an entire generation of workers, the path to building experience and climbing into senior roles is being dismantled before they even get started. So what does the battlefield look like going forward? The pattern emerging across all the research is this. AI doesn't eliminate work, it eliminates tolerance for average performance. The workers who will thrive are those who combine technical AI fluency with distinctly human capabilities that machines genuinely cannot replicate. Creative thinking, emotional intelligence, complex judgment under ambiguity, leadership through uncertainty. The organizations that will lead aren't choosing between human and AI workers. They're building hybrid teams where digital agents handle execution, while humans handle strategy, ethics, and relationships. By 2027, half of all companies using generative AI are expected to launch agentic AI applications capable of handling complex work with limited human oversight. The workplace of the future won't have departments filled with either humans or AI. It will have integrated teams where both work side by side, each handling what they do best. As one Cisco executive put it, by 2026, we're not just closing the distance between people, we're closing the gap between people and AI, and even between different AI systems working together. The battle between humans and AI workers isn't a war with a single winner. It's a fundamental restructuring of what human work actually means in the 21st century. The jobs that survive will be the ones that require what no algorithm can fake: genuine human connection, moral reasoning, physical adaptability, and the kind of creative intuition that comes from actually being alive and experiencing the world firsthand. The question isn't whether AI will change your career. It already has. The real question is whether you'll be the one who adapts and thrives, or the one who waits too long and lets the transformation make the choice for you. If this breakdown gave you clarity on where the job market is heading, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We cover the biggest shifts in AI and technology every week, so you're never caught off guard. Drop a comment below. Do you think AI is a threat to your job or an opportunity? Let's talk about it.